Walked into an interview. The owner tells me, "Hey Titan, do you know how to program CNC machines?" I said, "Absolutely, I know how to program CNC machines." He said, "Well, we currently only run manual machines. We do a lot of medical work. We have contract workers, so people that actually come in and they work by the piece and get paid by the piece. So if a job had 20 parts, they get paid a certain amount for 20 parts, and that's how we do our business. But now we cannot compete because the pricing is dropping drastically and our prices are too high." I said, "Well, if you want to go into CNC machining, I am definitely your guy. I can help bring the machines in. I can program them. I can help create all the documentation and basically just take all of the parts that you're making now, reprogram them, get the times down so you can actually compete." Boom, he gives me the job. We order 2 machines. We bring in the machines. I program them, get the machines running. We buy another machine and another machine and then 2 more machines and another machine. And all of a sudden we have a full-blown CNC machine shop and we're just blasting out parts. I'm over there working. I got a few other guys working. I program all the jobs, small parts, just making really cool setups where I just stack a bunch of vices down and then I take long pieces of material. I put them in elongated soft jaws so the jaws never end from one vise to the next to the next. There's no gaps. And I basically put one piece of material in there, create the part, boom, 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 create 30 parts, and then take out 30 parts from that bar, just making production. You put in 1 bar, you take out 30, and just solving little problems like that. Looking at different crazy fixturing, tombstones, 4th axis, all of it. I was just going to town every single day. There was a guy that worked with me. His name was Jeff Weaver, and he was still doing contract work. And I used to sit over there, and I used to run 4 machines, and all the green lights would be green, and all 4 machines would be running. And I'd sit there, and I'd look at Jeff, and I'd say, "Hey, Jeff, what's up, man? You look like you're working pretty hard cranking those handles, And I had great respect. He was an amazing machinist. But at that time in my life, I was having fun with the CNCs, and I'm a machinist. I was just talking smack, But we built a friendship. During this time, as more money came into the company and the owner was there less and less, he started leaning on me more and more. And there came a time where I wanted to get off the floor because I wanted to make more money. I wanted to get into the office. I wanted to bring in the customers. I wanted to do the work that a leader or a business owner would do. And because I was a good programmer, he didn't want to let me out of the floor. He kept me right there working. So one day I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to leave unless you actually give me an opportunity. And at that point, he sat me down and he said, "Titan, you've built this company. You everything you said you were going to do, you did way more. The company's successful. We're making money. We're doing all this. I want you to be here for your life. I want this to be the company that you retire at. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay you this amount of money. I'm going to give you a 4-year contract. The first year, you're still going to just be programming all the jobs, setting everything up. But I'm going to slowly transition you to do more customer service and help the customers and work with the engineers." I was already working with the engineers because the engineers would come with jobs. I would talk to them about the jobs, how we were going to do the jobs, and basically help the company get the work because just talking the workmanship and talking about exactly how we're going to fixture them, how we're going to make 30 parts. Every time we open the door, we're taking 30 parts out instead of putting 1 part in and taking 1 part out. And these efficient techniques are why they should give us the business. So I was already working with the engineers, and the engineers go and tell the buyer or the project manager for whatever company to actually give us the work. So I love doing that. But it's like, you know what, you'll work with these guys and you'll actually start doing the quotes and you start doing these different things, and I'm going to slowly transition. And since my son doesn't want to actually be part of the company, in 4 years I will actually move to Texas. Ironic, right? I will move to Texas, and this company will be yours. You won't own it, but it will be yours, meaning you will come to work every single day. You will make a percentage of the profits. It'll be like your company, but you'll just send me a check. It'll be my retirement, and therefore you never have to look for another job again. And I was like, deal. That is amazing. I helped him build the most successful, awesome company, and we reprogrammed everything, hired machinists, did the whole deal. There's a lot of times where I was trying to make more money and asking to rise, but he wouldn't be willing to actually give me that money. So I would work for less than what I thought I was worth, but with a promise and a contract in place that one day that would be my company. And coming into the 4th year, I mean, there's times where, I was so frustrated, and I'd go to leave or something, and he would like come and talk to me and just talk me off that ledge. And I put the time in, and I dedicated myself to that job, and I would always end up staying because it's my one shot at having my own company. Coming to the end of the 4 years, we were like a few months out, and I was like, I don't see him coming around. Like, I don't see him. Like, where's he at? And barely even talked to the guy. And he was going to Texas and doing different things, and buying houses and RVs and all that. And then 4 years were up, and I'm still not talking to him. And I'm thinking, wait, is something going wrong? Like, is he got cancer? Has he got like some kind of serious health issue? And then all of a sudden I got a call. He tells me on the phone, he says, hey Titan, I'd like to take you out to dinner. So I was like, okay. And I was like, all right, finally we're having this dinner. We're going to talk about how the company is going to transfer over to me. It's going to be his retirement. This is what I've been waiting for. And through all the turmoil, I'm finally going to get my shop. Not my shop, it's his, but I get to treat it like it's my own. So I go down, we go to this casino, we eat at this place, and he looks right at me and says, Titan, I'm going to be straightforward with you. You have done an amazing job. You did everything that you said. All the times are down. That we have many different customers. Before we were only running coherent laser parts, and now we're doing all these different things because of the work that you brought in. And I was like, awesome. And he says, I just want to be upfront with you. I found somebody to purchase the company. Like, excuse me? And he's like, I found a buyer for the company. I'm going to sell the company, but they know what you have done with this company, and you are still going to be general manager of the company. You're going to make 6 figures. It's all going into the contract. They're going to take great care of you, Titan. And then I was like, wow, are you serious? Yep. I said, all right, well, I'll go ahead and give you my notice. Well, Titan, if you leave right now, then this and this and this. And I'm like, well, I'll give you a month notice so I can go find another job, and I'll help you through the transition, but I'm going to actually leave the company. So that's it. Everything I'd worked for 4 years is done. Like, all of it. And it was more than 4 years. It was probably like a good 6 years. But through those years, everything I'd done, all of it came to an end. And from that moment, I told myself, I know I don't have any money. I know I don't have any resources. I got crazy child support. I just have really no options. But I know how to make other people money. And I'm going to take this skill to solve other people's problems. And I'm going to go hustle, and I'm going to go figure out how to actually create an opportunity here so I can have my own shop. And I went out and went after it. And in the next video, I will tell you some intimate details that you've never heard before on how this actually happened. I'll talk to you about things with Jeff that I've never said before. It'll be absolutely amazing, and you can take all that information, apply it to your own lives. Now, don't make the same mistakes I made, but take everything I did good, learn from it, so you can create your own opportunities. I love you guys. I love this trade. If you guys love what we're throwing down, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, put the comments down below. Boom! CNC machining, manufacturing, Texas, baby. I'm out.